So before going to my presentation, I really want to show my gratitude, to express my gratitude to my learning experts where I learn from them. So, and also my management to give this opportunity to present my experience on play-based learning in early years education. So now, today's the presentation, definitely my nerves, everything will speak about play, play, play. So the rhythm of today is play. So everything play, and why play is so important in early childhood education. Why is that so? So with the play plays a major role in early childhood development. So now, before going into deep into play, I just request you all to try to scan this QR code and tell me, describe a one word that comes when you think about play. I want you to describe play in one word. Can you all take 5 minutes to do this? Sorry, it is 2 minutes to do this.
Shankri, change your screen. This QR code is not that screen, please. Yeah. Those who have the chat box feature, we have dropped it in the chat box. Those who can use it. Those who cannot can
Are you
scan
all
it.
able to scan the QR code? Can you all able to scan the QR code, please? Let's see the responses. Wow, that's so amazing. Learning, happy, fun, enjoy, enjoyment, perform, good, happy, active, imagination, child, engaging, out of box thinking, lively, collaborate, imagination, energetic, explore, fun, social, socialize, interactive. Yes, you're all set. So, this is what the play is all about. So, the play is all about fun, fun, entertainment, collaborative, socialize, interactive. Yes. So this is what play. You're all so much aware of play. So why play? Why we need, being an educator, we need to we need to set the rhythm, and why should we give so much importance to the play? Because this play can build the curiosity, creativity, and confidence in one them. The holistic development happens in play. When we bring the play into our learning, naturally the confidence builds in them. The holistic development happens in them. So the experts always tells play is often considered, when we tell about the play, it is often considered it relief from the serious learning. But for children, the play itself leads to a serious learning. Play really works on child education. So play is so important. So these are my objective. So before going into 5 elements of play, I want you all to uh, talk about key characteristics that unlock playful learning. Why? Why do we need to unlock playful learning? Since when we unlock playful learning, we need some characteristics. So the learning naturally happens in early learners. So what are the key characteristics? So joyful, being actively engaging, socially interactive, meaningful, and finally sorry. So being actively engaging, meaningful, socially interactive, all these will iterative, all this will lead them to unlock the playful learning. So here at the beginning of the session itself, I shared that I'm going to share my experience, my what we do in our environment. So the key characteristics, the major important is actively engaging. Why we need to actively engage our early learners? Yes, we need to keep them actively engaging. They need to involve in that play. They need to immerse themselves into the play. They need to invest their time because it's their time, their learning time. We need to be more cautious. We need to provide them so many resources like open-ended materials, so they can we can keep them actively engaging. So when they active, so when we keep them actively engaged, they can uh, they become so smart, and they are ready to face the challenges here. And they are so eager to they become so eager to explore the things around them, around the environment. So these are all so important uh, for the early learners uh, to unlock the playful learning in them. So we need to actively engage them. Now, let us give a example for being actively engaging. Just imagine when we take the early learners to the nature walk. What happened? The little learners, they explore to different things around them. They they'll be so much excited to see they are so much excited to see uh, the twigs, some natural things, the dry leaves, maybe the fresh leaves, the pebbles around them, and they make so much magic in that. For example, when we were inquiring about feelings, they created different feelings using thing, uh, different natural things what we have in our environment. So they use different materials to showcase different feelings. So this is how we keep them actively engaging. So when they are actively engaged, we unlock learning in them. We unlock learning in them. So this is how we keep. So actively engaging plays a major role in unlocking the playful learning. The next characteristics, the next thing is being socially interactive. Being socially interactive, yes, they need to be socially interactive. They need to interact with one another. They when they start interact with others, they will start to listen to others. They are listening to another perspectives here. They listen to others explaining, and here they negotiate with their peers. Finally they compromise here. So here the communication skills are well developed when socially interactive is taken care. Here I just want to give you an example. So when the learners were learning about inquiring on plants, they uh, they decided to have a small gardening environment. So they want one plot. So we were just listening to their conversation. So everyone got some plots to plant to plant themselves, or to plant the or to plant or seed the plants. So one child was ready to plant a drumstick sapling, but the other child, no, 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 I want I want to use fenugreek sapling. They had a conversation and they were explaining to each other. One is negotiating, one is explaining. Finally, one learner compromised, and he or she told that, okay, let us do fenugreek because I want to see my plants to grow soon, very soon. So the drumstick tree will take time. Rather, fenugreek will grow faster. So let me start with fenugreek. So this is how they learn to be socially interactive. Yes, so socially interactive also plays a major role in unlocking the playful learning in early learners. The next one, iterative. Why iterative? Why iterative is so important? Being an early educators, making mistakes, we need to encourage them to make mistakes. When they learn to make mistakes, the progress in learning happens naturally. So we need to encourage them to make mistakes, and from that the better learning happens. So now when we talk about iterative, I just want to give you an example. When the learners were inquiring on types of home, they want to build their home. They uh, they have collected so many materials and they started to build their home. If the basement was not that strong, when after finishing after they construct the home, it started to distract. Yes, here the mistake happens, and they were deep into that learning, and uh, they started to uh, they started to interact. They started to interact with each other and found what is the mistake, and they start to build their home. And now this iterative will make the learning more deeper, and it became so meaningful. The iterative leads to a meaningful learning here. And then joyful. Being an early educators, definitely we need to be joyful. Joyful, yes. Uh, Joyful plays a major role in early educators. We need to keep them alive. We need to give them uh, so many inputs for that joyful learning happens in them. uh, Not only we need to be joyful, and we also need our environment be joyful. We need to create such joyful environment, because this joyful environment will definitely motivate them for the better learning. See, my collaborator, can you share the PPT slides? I'm trying to uh, share it from the present from the current slide. Can you share, please? Sorry. So joyful environment. We need that. Just imagine if you're not enjoying one thing, if you're not being joyful, we cannot do our work properly. So when it comes to learning, the children has to uh, enjoy that learning. So joyful also plays a major role in unlocking the playful learning. And finally, the meaningful. The key characteristics is meaningful. Why meaningful? How meaningful in early learners? Definitely, it is possible when they involve, when they immerse into learning, when they truly care about the environment, when they truly care that learning, this their learning can be meaningful. So if you take a real world, when they start to make real world connections, it helps to develop their learning so meaningful. So I just want to share my experience here. When we were inquiring on celebrations, so learners were giving they were coming with different perspectives. So one learner was sharing that the festivals, it is not as same as for everyone. So why? So now he has come with a problem. Why? Then he said, because we have more money, so we can get so good dresses, we can look so colorful, and we can enjoy, and we can have some party, all that. But not all others. Whom? Then the question arises, the provoking happens here. Why? So that they were sharing their caretakers, the helpers in our school community. They don't have much money, so they have come with a problem. We asked them to go and collect some informations. What is their need? What is their wants? Then they have come up with so many beautiful things that what our community, the helper community really need. So that festival of joy, they spread joy in the caretakers. What they did, they started to share some they started to share some informations, and they started to collect what the helpers really need. and they share to your parents community, and they have started to bring things, and they segregated it, and they finally spread joy in the helper community in our school, in our environment. So this not only the helper community, or this is not going to help only the community among the school community. This is this when the learning became so meaningful, definitely they will become socially responsible. Here the holistic learning happens. So now I think I'm clear why these five plays a major role in unlocking the playful learning. So being keeping them actively engaging, and we need to make them so socially interactive and joyful, iterative, and then the meaningful learning naturally happens in them. Thank you. Now let's start with the objective. The five key elements of play. So, five key elements of play. Can we move to the next slide? Yes, the next slide. Yes, five key elements of play. So, the first, why five key elements of play is so important? When our community is focusing on play-based learning curriculum, when we want children, learners to learn through play, this key elements plays a major role. So the first one, self-directed play. What is self-directed play? The self-directed play, we are not involving anywhere at any cost. Let learners decide what they want to play, how long they want to play, when to play, what to play. This self-directed play is so important. For maybe being an adult, we feel, oh, this is so simple, this is not that important. But for them, all small little things is so fascinating for them, that bring joys in them. So here they start to learn. Just I have given this image. Uh, that's a playgroup environment. They have so many play things around them. But just imagine they didn't use any materials that. They have taken a cushion which is in the reading corner. They have just carried it. They made all their peers to sat on it, and then they started to imitate as a mimic as a vehicle, maybe as a train or something, and see that choice in them. So self-directed play will lead to a lot of thinking skills happens in them. So self-directed play is so important. The next one. The next key element in play is importance of enjoyment. As we already discussed in key characteristics which unblocks is joy is enjoyment. They need to enjoy. They need to thoroughly feel that joy is in them. uh, when we give that joy in them, naturally the learning happens. We are not at all, as being an early educator, we need not worry about the product. The process is more important. They need to spread that smile, spread that joy. They need to carry that joy in them, inner self. So here, well-being is plays a major role. Mental well-being plays a major role when we taken care of that joy. If that joyous learning happens in them, definitely learning naturally happens. So this is about the importance of enjoyment. The next. This is unstructured play, the free play. We can call it as a free play. So this plays a crucial. This is a crucial element in play. Why? We need to provide with so many materials. They can use blocks, or they can use different materials to explore themselves. So here uh, they learn to think, and naturally the thinking happens in them. The problem solving skills is well developed in unstructured play. So if you see this image, uh, he's building some kind of home or something, but he didn't use only the blocks. He want also the pebbles to be added. Might be he feels sometimes it's a mistake. Again, he will replace with some other materials. So they develop their interest in unstructured play. They began to differentiate between what they like and what they don't, and their interest develops when we focus on unstructured play. So as we know, always the learning happens from mistakes. uh, this is not only happen with a block, any materials, let it be. They learn from that mistakes, and they learn so many things in unstructured play. So the free play is so important. The next, imagination. Sorry, the process oriented. Why process oriented? Being We are not worried about the product. The process is important, so much important uh, in early learners, that too through play. We need to focus how the process is carried out. So here, when we give them the process oriented kind of play, here they become so independent, and here they develops creativity. It leads to imagination. It leads to imagination. So the process oriented is so much important. The critical thinking develops here. So if just maybe he constructed a vehicle. Just you imagine using 4 blocks. He wants that vehicle to roll. See how beautiful uh, when we uh, when we when we give them the choice. So, in all these key elements, we are just guiding them. We are not instructing them anywhere. We don't give them instructions. We don't direct them anywhere. We just guide them. We can provoke them with some questions. All that can happen, but we are not directly involved, or we are not directing them. So this is the fourth key elements in play. The last one, imagination. The imagination. When we give them the choice of all that play, maybe the uh, unstructured play, or all that leads to imagination. So it is not only with so many materials, also the pretend play, like a kind of role play, also will leads to develop their imagination. See, now they are playing a doctor said. So one be a doctor, another be a patient. Here, so the doctor is taking care of a patient. So now the socio emotional intelligence is taken care of. They understand others' feelings here. It does not only happen in doctor, also it happens in mom and a child. So the child will learn how much mother work, how much we can contribute them. So when mother is cooking something, oh, let me chop some vegetables and help you out. So here he became so socially responsible, and he also learn put their shoes on others' perspective. They understand others' feeling. So all that happens in imagination. So uh, now you all understood. I hope you all understood why this key elements of play is so important, because when we give them uh, when we give them the self direction, or maybe when we have that joyful environment, or the free play choices given, it leads to a better it leads to a better learner, better future learner, and holistic everywhere. This holistic develops, and they will start to think outside the box. Okay, thank you. So this is about the key elements of play. Any questions you have, anything you want, if you can drop it in chat box, you can drop.
For those whose chat box is not working, you can unmute and ask her directly, or you can drop it in the WhatsApp group. We can share with her and then she'll answer it. Anything is fine with us.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am. I just wanted to see that five key elements slide once again.
Okay. So now we come to
1
know
minute.
why.
Shankari, 1 minute.
What are the key elements? How we can unblock the unblock playful learning in early learners. Now we'll move to the next slide, importance of play.
Um, Sorry, everybody. Just a moment. There's a technical glitch. She'll just join back.
My collaborator, can I move to the next slide, please? Yes, thank you. So importance of play. This importance of play in early learners, it is not what recently happening. It is happening a long years ago. So we have we have focused plays from the and in our ancestors period itself, we have taken care of this play. So why play is playing a crucial role in learners right now? You know, after pandemic, we, being an early years educator, we we were able to see different learners with different disabilities. So to unlock all that things, this play plays a crucial role, because it, uh, after pandemic, when researchers were taking a survey, they come to know the children were uh, their happiness graph had declined so down. So they felt so bad. What they can do? What is the thing that can develop and lead to a better learner, because they have some mental illness and anxiety kind of issues, and then anxiety kind of issues, mental illness, and then their well-being had dropped so down. They also have that sleeping disorder. All that causes during pandemic time. So researchers were working on it. They found this play will definitely increase that happiness level in little ones, in the little learners. So we need to focus more on play. So this play will definitely more important in building a better both mental and physical well-being. So they will be ready to face the challenges, and they can make so connect to the environment, to their real world situations, and they can cope up with lots of challenges. They become so confident. So this play will definitely plays a crucial role in early learners. So we need to focus more on play. Even the play also tells that tells that neuroplasticity, all that neuro researchers, they all tells the nerves are getting well developed when we let learners immerse into play, when they learn through play. This happens. So being an early years educator, we are so responsible to build to build holistic development, and also we need to develop their mental well-being. Being an early years educator, we need to develop their well-being. Well-being is so important in them. The next slide. Okay. So when I talk about the researchers, I was inspired about, like we know there are so many experts like Maria Montessori, Piaget. They all have shared lots of learning can happen through play. So I was inspired by Mildred Parton's stages of play. Why Parton? Because he had beautifully shared the 6 stages of play. The 6 stages of play, the first stage where happens begins just from the birth. So we cannot believe that, oh, the play starts from their birth. Yes. So now let us deep into Mildred Parton's Newhall 6 stages of play. So what is unoccupied play? Here, unoccupied play, this happens from the age of birth till 3 months. So what is that? What are you going to do? What play they will do in the after they born? Yes, we all have seen they move their armpit, they move their arms, and they move their legs. Yes, here where the play begins. They will start to feel the body movements here, and the sensory exploration is happening in unoccupied play. So when we give them more when they we being a mother, we don't lock their feet, we don't restrict them by not locking not moving them, we let them free. Yes, so yes, so unoccupied play, when we give them more choices of unoccupied play, this will lead to development for the further play. So this is what unoccupied play. The next coming to solitary play. This solitary play happens between 3 months to 1.5 years. 1.5 years. So what they do in solitary play? This solitary play, they uh, they don't much interact with the adults. They will be in their own world. They they are fascinated with their toys, maybe some different kind of toys or different blocks, anything. They don't interact at all with the adults. They will be living in their own world, and here they begin to become independent. So now in this solitary play, we come to know, oh, this child is interested to hold this toy and not this toy. So we know to differentiate the interest, the likes and dislikes during solitary play stage. Hope you all have experienced it. Then comes to the onlooker play. What is onlooker? Onlooker is observing something. Yes, they observe and they play. They mimic. Like if they here in this stage also, this happens between 1.5 to 2.5 years. Here also they don't interact much. They watch. They will start to collect the mental, they start to take mental notes. Oh, this is what. And they will start to mimic. when a when a when the child's father is walking on the phone, they don't have the child will not have a phone in his hand, but he will just mimic like this, and they walk here and there. So this happens in onlooker play stage. They just observe there. They don't much interact, and they don't interact with the adults. Here they learned through only observing others. And the next, parallel play. Here they play side by side, they play parallelly with each other. They start to play, but not this happens between 3.5 to 4.5 years old. They will start to converse with their friends, but not much. They don't they don't they are not much interactive in this stage. Here also they explore and they discover what is happening that side, what is happening this side. So with that, they start to discover. They become independent, and they are so aware of they learn to become aware of their environment. This is what happens in the parallel play. They play alongside. Then comes to associative play. Associative play happens between 4 years to 5 years old, maybe 4.5 to 5.5. Here, associative play. In this play, the learners began to interact. They work side by side. The socially interaction happens. So they develop social skills, communication skills during the stage of associative play. Associative play, they will maybe the role play, the this peer play, and also the free play will all happens in associate will leads to associative play. They want their friends to play along with them, and here they interact and they share materials, and they don't have any goals to perform there. They talk, and they are initiating themselves to become socially interactive in this stage, associative play. And then comes to cooperative play. This is the last stage of play. This cooperative play, till they've grown up to adult, this cooperative play plays a major role. Now they have goals in them. They become so socially interactive. They will exchange their ideas here, and here they'll ready to accept each one roles. So this is where the cooperative play happens here. So this is the Mildred Parton's stages of play. I think I'm little bit clear. Like so, unoccupied play, solitary play, and onlooker play, parallel and associative and cooperative play. So now, why I have taken these 6 stages of play? Because we learners, we educator have sometimes maybe we tell them the children 2.5 to 3.5, we tell 3.5, they are in the level of pre-KG. We tell that our children or our learners are not that interactive. They are not socially interacting with others, and they are living in their own world. It is not a complaint, but we have all these things in our mind. Why my level of children, they are not being so socially interactive? Now we know they are in the mid of onlooker play and parallel play. It is that age, they are in that age. So slowly they develops to interact. So just imagine, just put yourself and imagine what your learners, what about your learners, or at which stage? We all have differentiated learners in our environment. Maybe I'm handling between 4.5 to 5.5 learners in my class, but I have a kind of learner stage of associative play and also in parallel play. So how we, being an educator, how we can help them to, how we can push them to develop into associative play, how we can make them to set their goals, how we can make them to be a little socially interactive. All this we can take care. So when we document or when we write anecdotes about our learners, this thing we can keep in our mind. Oh, if a child is observing others and not much involved or not much socially interactive, oh, he is in the onlooker play stage. So what shall I do? How can I make him so interactive? How can I make him involved in associative play? So this Mildred Parton knew all 6 stages of play will definitely helps you to document about your learners. Okay. So should I stop anywhere, or can I continue? Please tell my collaborator my mic is not working.
Shantini, next.
Can I proceed? If I receive yes from yes, I can proceed. Okay, thank you. So now play, 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 play. So the rhythm is set, all set of play, play, play. So what are the benefits of play-based learning? As an educator, again and again, I'm telling educator, we need to believe strongly that play will lead them to a better learner. Play, play, learning will happen definitely through play. So why play-based learning? What are the benefits? The language development happens when we give them more opportunities on play. So we have children who have speech problem. At that too, after pandemic, the number of speech problem has been increased quite now. So this play will definitely taken care. When they play, they hear so many vocabularies. They learn new vocabularies among the peers, among us, everything. So this language development will happen. And all the skills are taken care from thinking skill, communication skill, social skills, uh, research. They start to research and all self-management. They become so independent here. They apply agency here. They are giving they are bringing their voice and choice, and now they are ownership of that learning. So all these happens when we integrate play in learning. Then not only the five major skills are taken care of, also the social emotional intelligence. That's the crucial part of where we need to where we need to take care among the learners. So what is socio-emotional intelligence? The small things. They learn to take turns, and they learn to wait patiently for others, and they learn to share. Everything happens in social emotional intelligence, and also their interpersonal skills are developing here. So what is interpersonal? They became a lot of affirmations happens here. Oh, I'm so confident. I can do it. I'm so courage. All those values are incorporated when play-based learning happens. When we give them choice of play, all this happens. And then they became so courage, and their innovation, their imagination, something unimaginable. The magic happens here. We our perspective, okay, this child may not be able to perform this, but when we give them a choice, when we give them a voice, the magic really happens. So they become confident, and the motor skills are taken care. The fine motor and the gross motor skills. The fine motor, all their small muscles, it start to develop when we give them lots of choices and play. And the gross motor, the movement happens when we talk about play. So when we talk about play, play is not only getting up, walking, running, jumping, dancing. No, play can happen anywhere. When a child sitting and collecting the pebbles, and he create some kind of mandala art or some kind of anything. So here the symbolic exploration is happening in him. So the motor skills are taken care, and his thinking became it leads to the next stage. And finally, They become international mindedness, and they become so socially responsible. They become socially responsible. They learn to understand one another's feelings in play-based learning. I think you all accept my perspective, why play-based learning is so important. Thank you. I can see so many thumbs ups here. Okay. This is why we need to focus on play-based learning so much. So I talk about more about language. The numeracy skills is also taken care. The problem skill is also taken care. So these are the benefits of play-based learning. Yes. Can I move to the next slide, please? Oh, the crucial role of the educator. Yes. If you're all the participants is all about 120 participants are in this meeting, I want to give a big round of applause to all the earliest educators, because we scrutinize them. We just give that hype in learning. We develop the interest in learning. We develop the interest, the learners to come school. They are getting from the home environment, they learn to adapt themselves into the school environment. Only we early as educator are so much responsible, and really we need to appreciate ourselves. So what is the role of educator? Educator here, when we integrate play-based learning into our curriculum, we need not give so much instructions to them. We need not direct them anywhere. We just guide them. We need to provoke that curiosity in them. So when we guide them, the learning naturally happens. Just telling the learners, tell CAT is cat, rather than making them to learn through some play. They naturally absorb it. So we need to guide them. We are not an instructor. We are not a director of them. We are just a guide. So this is what we need to understand them. Understand about the learners and how we need to be. So the role of educator is not that easy when we think on early learners perspective. So how we can guide them? How we can guide them? We need to, oh, the child comes to class, oh, where, oh, what Chankri has shared so many things. She told when we integrate plan or play into the learning, the curiosity develops, the confidence develops, the courage will enhance. But how? They are coming and they are just sitting. How? We need to provoke that curiosity in them. We are responsible. How we can provoke curiosity in them? By setting up a provocation table, or we can have a provocation corner separately. And our learning environment, our classroom space should talk that, should speak about that. Oh yes, today my learners are going to spark with the curiosity. They are going to come ask, oh auntie, what today, why this has happened, why some changes happened in my classroom, why it is so, why it is that. All that they will come to us and they'll ask us. So we need to give them that choice. And I need to give an example. When we have a sports meet, a child will want to drag a ball. So he was just standing there, but he is telling, in this field I was not able to roll my ball. So we didn't go to him and we didn't direct him. So this is how you need to hold, and this is how. We just guide them. We have shared our affirmations to him. Yes, you can do it, my little one, little champ. You can do it. I just you keep doing, you keep going it. Then he just slowly, with relax, he was just moving that stick to roll the ball. He took a time, and then slowly he found, oh, the my ball is rolling now, and he reached the target. Here, where the product is not important, the result is not important, but the process is success right now. The process is in a place. That falls in a place. So this is what we as an educator, we need to support them. We need to guide them. So our learning space should speak that. We need to have some art space. Yeah, I'm just I need to talk about the learning space also, but let me. So all that curiosity should comes from what we set up our classroom. How our classroom happen is looking for them. So all that, then when we just guide them, the learning will happen naturally. So now the learning happens, and it is our also it is our responsible to monitor them and document progress, how we assess their learning. The documentation can happen through anecdotes, or the observation book, or some kind of portfolios we can show them. We can record their learning progress. So we need to document the learning. So maybe this day it's not for him, that child. Maybe the another day he can perform better. So this is how the role of the educator plays a crucial role in play-based learning curriculum. Why we talk about play? When we talk about play, we need to bring that in ourselves. Then naturally that will pass to our learners. Then all that will falls in a place. So the role of educator is so important here. Shall I move to the next slide? Yes. I think we're almost close to our sessions. So this is here setting up our environment. Setting up environment plays a major role. Being an early years educator, we get tired ourselves. So how do our indoor classroom, what are the ideas we can have our indoor classroom setups? Like we can have a construction zone where we have some kind of blocks. Maybe it is an unstructured block or proper structured blocks. Any kind of blocks we can have. And art spaces. In art spaces, they can have some kind of paints, brushes, the palettes, all that, the papers or the chart work, anything, we can have it in the art spaces. And this will help them to develop their curiosity. So when setting up play-based learning environment, we need to take care of their the learner's safety. That is more important. When we have a kind of blocks, we need to see the edges, whether it's not sharp, whether it is not that is not going to hurt them. All that we need to take care. So the safety and secured environment we need to set for them. The next slide. So our indoor environment, it nurtures creativity in them. See, all small, simple manipulators they are working with. some kind of block, some kind of popsicle stick, some kind of uh, art stations, that color pencils, some natural materials there. So here, all the see, one just a one child is exploring the leaves, and she wants to create something. This will leads them to develop their imagination skills, and they can their creativity develops, and they become so creative. Next slide. Yes, the other ideas, how, see, the pine cones they have, and some kind of dried leaves, the pebbles, and some kind of natural materials like kind of shells, the pots, the dried pots. They have collected all from the nature, and they are uh, creating something. So here the numeracy skills are taken care naturally. So they learn from long to short. They learn from long to short. Then the measurement is happening here. Data handling is taken care. The patterns are taken care here. The numeracy skills are developed here. So uh, all that happens when we give them choice. The learning naturally happens. The next slide. Oh, this is my favorite corner, using blocks. When I was preparing my slide for this presentation, my eyes on these blocks, because my learners surprise me every single day with some different creations. They'll build a castle, and they'll invite me to explore their castle, and they'll build a kitchen, and they'll prepare a cup of tea, coffee, or a soup, something hot drink, and they'll come to me. Come, let us have. And they'll have some workstation. They'll build some workstation, and they'll invite me to that workstation. So I'll ask, where can I park my vehicle? They'll give my parking slot. So this block this block always make wonders, and they create magic every single day. They create that magic. So if you look at this closely, look at these blocks, they are not colorful, they are not uh, they are of different sizes and shapes. So how beautifully they can build it. This blocks, it is beyond the ages. This magic happens beyond the ages, like from 1.5, because we also have toddlers in our environment. So this from 1.5 till 5 to 6, we have witnessed this magic happens. This wonder, we experience this wonder happens every day in our environment. So all my slides were filled with these blocks, because they make that wonder. They have made me to explore that aha moment. Wow, today I got an aha moment in my class. Oh, that is the reflection takes place, and action. Then they connect to their real world. All that will happen with these blocks. So I'm so love with these blocks. Next slide. Is the story corner, or we can call it as a free play corner, or anything like any kind of names. fantasy names you can have it for your corners. If you take that child is exploring into something that yellow color, it's nothing a kind of dough. So then we have some wooden blocks and wooden family setup in a free play corner. So they are they are explored to unstructured play. So the free play happens here. So you are a mother, I am a father, and you are a child. So the role play starts here. The language develops. They listen to each other's interactions, so the communication skills are taken care. And here the artwork is happening. They want to give some painting, they want to do some free painting happens. So here the well-being, the mental well-being is taken care. So all these happens only when we are ready with all those when we ready with all those creations or all those materials, any kind of names you can give. The next slide. Yes, this is a pretend play corner. Actually, I didn't take a picture from my environment. This is from Google. So pretend play is so important in them. We can have all kind of community helper dresses, so they can wear it and they can have doctor play or fire station set up or anything that kind of play. And this is the second one. Definitely it's going to be a home setup, so they can mimic their mother cooking at home, and they watch how to keep their things organized, everything they learn from this pretend play corner. The next. Setting up a play-based learn environment. We were just had a look on indoor setup. Now outdoor setup. Yes, the learning. If you want to see your graph, learning happens. The increase in learning will definitely happens in the outdoor environment compared to the indoor environment. The outdoor environment, what are the ideas being when we set up an earlier school or an earlier campus? What are the things we need to take in care? What are the things we can bring in our outdoor environment? Like we can have a sand pit, a garden, gym kind of thing, and the water play. All this will provoke their curiosity to an unexpected level. The learning will naturally happen. So our anecdote gets full when we listen to their conversations, or when we just observe them in outdoor setup. So this play-based learning environment in outdoor is a crucial thing where the learning happens so well. They learn so many vocabulary during this outdoor environment, and they become socially interactive here. So maybe for in the if I'm just handling 4.5 between 5.5 in my first month of in my first year term of academics, there will be some learners will sit and play himself or herself. They'll not be that interactive. They are just not parallel play. They'll do have a parallel play. They don't much participate in associative play. But when we give them the choice of outdoor environment more and more, this happens. In my second term, I literally want to tell my learners, please stop talking and please explore. Please explore. and don't be too interactive. Somewhere we need to stop them. They become so interactive. So when we give them the choice of explore too much in outdoor environment, all this will taken care. All kind of play will come falls in them. Next slide. These are the ideas of outdoor environment: the balance walk, the jungle gym, a sand pit, all happens. The next slide. Yeah, the infinity walk, when they walk on that pebbles, this our little children, uh, they enjoy infinity walk. So a lot of well-being is taken care, and the crawling rope, and again climbing the rope. The next one. Clay pit or sand pit. Okay, the next one, sand pit. We are talking more about sand pit. The clay pit. The clay pit, they just enjoy with they dwell themselves into the natural clay here. See, look at the children, the learners' expressions here. The wow, the aha moment will happen here. They imagine an animal and they create so many things that just doesn't stop with one thing. They create so many beautiful things. They sometimes with a pot or some cookery vessels, utensils, or some kind of cricket bat or something. All that will happens in this kind of clay pit play. The next one. Yes. So our environment, we are blessed, like our environment, we have so many kind of natural materials. So this will this will let our learners to get connected with the nature very easily. So they get connected with the earth. So you can see again the sand pit, how the pit, the sand pit, their home is, they have constructed, how they dig the hole, all that happens in sand pit area. And they also, here also, definitely the skills are taken care, social skills, communication skills, and also lot of motor skills are developed during this sand pit playtime. The next one. The jungle gym. Initially, some learners will have hesitant to climb the jungle gym or this kind of ladder, but we can guide them slowly, like that one side, and how we can help them to come to this the other side. Slowly, it naturally happens when they see their peers doing it. Definitely, this all will develop their gross motor skills. Next slide. Uh, Now, what are the other loose part materials or open-ended materials that we can have in our environment, indoor environment? This tissue paper roll, it's just a simple thing, but this will help them to create lots of things. They will make some magics, and then the unstructured blocks, these all will help them to become a creators and a researchers and a scientist. We uh, we are provoking them to become a scientist with providing them with all kind of these resources. The next one. The blocks, again my favorite one, and all kind of natural things, the dried pots, the dried pine cones, there are some kind of dried barks, all twigs, the pebbles, and dried fruit peels, all that will help them to create so many things. So only we need to take care, collect it, let us give them. The sensory development happens so naturally here. So they are when we provide all such natural materials, their sensory development is really taken care. They have chance of exploring a lot kind of textures. So everything is taken care. All five senses are taken care here. The next slide. The other loose part materials like the unused tubes, some kind of metal strings, the other natural materials like shells, the pine cones, the feathers, the twigs, the small barks, all the pebbles, the natural stones. This also will help them to uh, help the learners to involve into play. The next one. So I think, okay, now play-based learning is so important. I don't know how many times I've spoken about play today, because I have experienced that magic when we give our learners the choice of play, when we give them exposure, or when we give them that voice or ownership, the learning naturally happens. This they become all-rounder here, and they become so independent and better. We are shaping the better future uh, through play, in early learners. So play plays a very crucial role. Please, believe me, play can make major changes in learning. This will bring them, being as an educator, when we incorporate play into our learning, it makes us stress free actually. Because we need not tell them to read that, do that. The learning naturally happens here. So we need not maybe differentiated learners. Every learners, each one will be in different stage, but we need to take care with setting up an environment. We need to spark our little ones with the curiosity. All that we need to take care. Then naturally the learning happens in our early learners, and we are so much responsible in building a better future in one individual. So let us do that, and holistic development is taken care here. International mindedness is happened here. And before concluding, if you I think more of IB educators are well known about the central features of early learning. Central features of early learning is filled with symbolic exploration, spaces, relationships, and play learning spaces. So I think I have covered more about play. Symbolic exploration happens, definitely happens when we give them a choice of through play. This symbolic exploration and expressions definitely happens in them. And we have also discussed about learning spaces. So, how our environment can provoke that curiosity in early learners, and then relationships. When all these are taken care, the relationships, the social skills are well taken care. So, so our central features of early learning is also covered up. The next one.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 11:32. I think I'm just concluding my presentation. Um, uh, Shantini, do you have found a QR code for this Padlet link?
It's okay. Shantini, if you do not have it, no problem. You can share in the chat. We
Actually,
can share in
this
the WhatsApp
feedback
group.
is for myself. How can I improve my presentations, or how can I improve myself? This is to go. The session is not getting end here.
Shantini,
Okay, I
share back
think
the
my
slide.
collaborator will share the QR link for that. And also, we have one more interesting part: what happens in our environment, in my school, in our school.
Shantini.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, my collaborator. This is the QR code for the Padlet link. If you can scan it, you can please take your time
Um,
to give that input to develop myself here. I think iOS, if you just open your camera, this will happen.
um, Participants, we will be sharing you the Google form for the attendance and certification. Shantini, I request you to please share that.
Okay. This QR code is for my present. It is about where we can improve ourselves. Just I want to take a uh, one takeaway from this session. So Shantini, can you close this and share our PPT slide?
Okay, ma'am.
The
Sharing now the feedback link.
Yeah, just share the feedback link. I have those who can open the chat box.
So
I have shared the
just
feedback link
I
in
want you
the
all to wait for a moment.
yeah.
Okay. This is a form, Google. You need to scan this. Take your time. So you please share your feedback. So once you when you fill this Google form only, you will generate a certificate. So please do that.
Okay. Uh, all right. Thank you, Shankari, for this wonderful, wonderful session. Uh, Participants, we just would like to share with you, please scan this in the WhatsApp group. Also, I have shared the Google form, those who have attended. I have put it in the chat also. So I request you to please do that. I hope you really liked the session. And I think you have seen a lot of our school premises, school environment. We proudly share that we have, a wonderful and a beautiful
I could not escape it. So how can I
beautiful school environment
make
early years
possible
program,
attendance?
very, very naturally. And I think Shankari has shared with you, very, nature loving. We use a lot of natural materials in our way because we believe natural materials really help in better development and that keeps students very much close to nature. Yeah, so this is the feedback form for today's session. We have also recorded the session and I would also like to share that we run an early years program in our school. It's a 6 months program where which has 8 modules, where we run this program for the early years team. So, which is a wonderful program which we have for them and we train them. So they have practical live sessions in the class. They have theory classes. So this is the session which we have, which I'm talking about. So this is a 6 month certificate course of early childhood development, which we offer from TLRI. So we currently this year also we are running Shantini, the next slide, please. So if you see this, You can register us. You can mail it to us at tlri@tipsy.info if you want to be part of this particular session, part of this particular course. So this is, these are the sessions where they practically teach you how do you really take up an early years classroom practical with theory lessons, all the theory, the reasoning behind, and whatever Shankari has, spoken about in terms of importance. There are 8 modules which are being taught in this, where, numeracy, literacy, play-based learning, the learning pyramid, every part of the starting from presentation skills to observations to documentation to recordings, how a life, how as a teacher you can mold up the life of an early year students is completely being taught in that 6-month space.
Ma'am, can I have a question?
Yes.
Ma'am, I want to join this course, but can I do it online?
This is a physical one. This is a physical one, but what we can do is you can mail it to me, the details, mail it to me at tlri@tipsy.info. I'll check with the I'll check with the, the instructors, how we can support you with this one. Is that okay? Yeah, you can mail it to me at tlri@tipsy.info. Then we'll check with the instructors, like how can we support this, because it's a 6-month course. So we'll try to bring in if we are able to support you in some way or the other.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I hope people are filling up the form. Shantini, can you go back to the QR code, please? This is a beautiful classroom and students. Yeah, this is the QR code. I have also. Yeah.
For those who are not able to view the QR link in the chat box, please take a screenshot of this and you can use Google Lens. From there, you can go to the feedback link straight away. Please take some time to fill the feedback form. Thank you.
Thank you, Shantini. For your help and assistance, I have also dropped the feedback form in the WhatsApp group for you to really, fill it up, those who have attended. So that can really help you. So we would take almost a week's time, give us a week's time to share the certificates. We will be sharing the certificates. Just give us a week's time. It will take, and we will, as like we were sharing the link, we'll share all the certificates like before also. I hope you have loved the session. If anybody wants to share something about the session, we would love to know, Shankari can hear it from your end.
Any questions you have, or any anything you need to clarify, you can please.
Yeah. Any Q&A?
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, I am taking PYP grade 1, and my question is that can I apply all these strategies in my classroom?
Grade 1? Shankari, would you like to answer? She's in
Yes,
grade 1. Can these strategies be
I
applied in
understood
grade
you.
1?
I got it. Yes, you can. So even our IB curriculum now speaks that till 6 years we can incorporate play-based learning till 6 years. So you can incorporate all these kind of learning. So even when I talk about types of home, when children are into building their homes using different kind of materials around them, so they used. Actually, the home is actually they are very grade 1 inquiring on homes, so they use different materials to build a home. So where they learn from their mistakes and they built a better home there. So that is why definitely you can incorporate all this kind in your learning too.
Okay, thank you so much.
Things incorporated into your planner.
Yeah, even in the planner and even in your classroom corners also, play-based learning is not only restricted, as I said, to only early years. though you see predominantly in their planner, but then even in grade 1 to 5 in the PYP also, play is very important. So you can definitely do that. And it really makes a difference in children and their learning environment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And can I assign interactive tasks to the parents as well at home?
You can if the parents are cooperative and supportive, and if the clear task is done. And yes, and for the documentation purposes, I guess you can obviously ask them to record it to share with you, which is also a possibility. Should not be a problem.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning. I have a quick question on assessments. Could you throw some light on how you do the assessments, the reporting bit?
A reporting bit. Are you asking about the recording or thing? Assessing?
Yeah, how would you assess the children because they are at different stages of the playway method? And
Yes.
what would that assessment reporting look like to a parent? What would be the criteria? Like, do you use a rubric? Is it skill-based? Is it diagnostic? Is it
Mostly it is
evaluative?
a rubric or kind of checklist will have. So about vehicles, where our inquiries on vehicles. So we were just assessing them, and they have collected the materials and they started to build their own vehicles. So one want to be innovative in their creating that vehicle. One want in that way, others want to build that way. So we have constructed a rubrics or the checklist. So how whether the learners have participated efficiently, they are using their time and they are exploring into different things, and how was their listening skills, how was his communication skills are taken care, how was his thinking skills are taken care. So all these were we were assessing into it. So mostly a kind of checklist or rubrics, and mostly we also have observation to share with their parents. Share with the parents. So we talk about how was he in the beginning of that inquiry, and how was he in the mid of the inquiry, and how was it how the learning progress during the end of the inquiry. This all we also we have that observations to share with them.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Okay, ma'am. I want to say that I am a visual art educator and I'm taking the nursery to grade 1 class. So, ma'am, is it possible in the visual art education? So, is it possible to arrange a visual art session? That means, how can I integrate in a different way, like the assessment criteria and so on? Is it possible, like this session, to arrange this? Thank you.
See, pardon, please. What to arrange?
Ma'am, I'm the visual art educator. So, in visual art integration, so is it possible to arrange a visual art session? That means, how can I take, how can I integrate in a different way, like the assessment criteria and the taking class and the ongoing process, like on. So, is it possible to arrange a visual art session, especially for
Okay, visual arts. You are handling our visual arts. Okay.
yeah.
We also, yeah. Oh, definitely will. You want a specialist to how a specialist can go up with the class or go up with the inquiry. Am I right? So
Yes, definitely.
what is his participation, or how you can contribute to happen that inquiry? Yes, definitely, yes. So we have an expert handling visual arts in our earliest classroom, earliest environment. So we have art spaces in our classroom, so they can go there and they are free to explore those things. And when we learn about senses or something, any feelings or play, they start to the visual arts specialist and the learners start to collaborate with themselves, and they come up with some ideas, and how they want to do, how they want to perform, how they can integrate uh, visual arts into that topic. Maybe if they are learning about senses, they explore to different they want to explore to different senses textures. So they were taken to the visual arts specialists had taken them to a nature walk, and they collected different stones, the barks, everything, and they learn through leaf rubbing, the bark rubbing, and some art using pebbles, everything. So every inquiry, every topic, definitely the specialist, that too visual arts specialist, can definitely integrate his learning through to inquiry. He can lead the inquiry into a better way. So early learners, visual arts play a major role for them to become more creative and more innovative, or to develop their imagination skills. Definitely visual art play a major role. And if you want a separate session for the visual art session, will let us know. We'll discuss with the TLRI team, and we'll keep you informed. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your answer. Thanks.
Thank you.